let's talk about music and the creative process
Okay.
in Superman. A quick clip here from X in which Gunn talks about the music. Now, I'd love to play it for you, but I can't. There is a Spotify
69.
has the soundtrack for Superman. Spotify also has the music from Superman, and then James Gunn created playlists for all the characters, including Jimmy Olsen, Miss Tessmacher, Superman, Clark, Lois, Lex Luthor. They all have their own playlists that reflect the character. And then he gives a little 30-second or 1-minute intro explaining the philosophy behind the playlist and the character. And that's about as deep as it goes, because
but surely you could just play the his words and not the music, right?
I can't. We got hit just for playing James Gunn talking from Spotify. But here's a clip from X talking about the music.
Music plays a creative role in my creative process simply because, I have a lot of music in my movies. I do something that's unusual for directors, which is oftentimes the film composers write the music before we shoot, and we actually play the music on set as we're shooting, so that everybody is working in conjunction with the music to create a scene. Of course, if I use songs in a movie, I play those on set as well. I really listened to the John Williams original score a lot of times while I was listening to Superman. I also listened to a bunch of different versions of the score, metal versions and, more classical type versions, to try to get into the feel of how we were going to use the Williams score. I knew I wanted to use Williams score in Superman. I knew we were going to, deconstruct and reconstruct it in different ways, and I didn't know exactly how we were going to go about that. In terms of soundtracks, I really loved, I think Tarantino has been a big influence in how he used soundtracks in movies like Pulp Fiction. I loved Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused soundtrack is one of my favorites of all time. I think that he was a master, and I think that the John Williams score for Superman is one of the greatest scores of all time.
So that's a promo for Spotify. I listened to the whole thing. I think that it's all just poppy. It's all pop punk. So it's almost like there's a sameness to the playlist, there. Although one, I don't know. It's fine. If you have Spotify already, I would recommend checking it out. But I don't see how it really reflected the characters, especially Lex. I was really disappointed with his playlist. It's like, yes, he's evil, so he's going to play evil songs, like about doing evil. I don't know. It was very surface level.
What was the tone of Lex's playlist?
It was like, I'm evil.
Oh,
that's it. I'm saying it's just very like, I saw the movie again last night, and I'll have thoughts to express when we do our spoiler review. But I got to say, the characters are very one-dimensional, all of them. That's my takeaway.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, there's a lot of characters. I just want to say, do you want to talk about the John Williams part of it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So here's the thing. John Williams, if you watch the John Williams documentary on Disney Plus, probably the only reason to get Disney Plus, John Williams is orchestral. That's his music is not electronic. It's not synthesized. He goes into the studio, gets a giant orchestra, and builds a soundtrack. That's Superman 1. That's everything he's done. In Superman, this one, it just felt like it was all done on a computer in a studio.
Yes, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, and it felt like he was just cutting out pieces of the John Williams original soundtrack, synthesized it, and then fitted into whatever scene. There's one point where it just felt like he was just repeating the same tagline of a John Williams piece. I forget what it was for. I think it was for Lois and Clark. But it would just repeat on repeat, and it just I don't know who curated or who put together this music, but I just felt like in a way it just did a disservice to John Williams.
So many Superman stories to get to. Let's take a look at this one. David Corenswet takes a lie detector test. Can you believe it?
Because we have to.
Yes. Well, we've queued it up, and let's watch a little bit of this. The one selling point that has been a positive for this movie has been the cast and their TikToks and social posts, and in particular, David Corenswet. He's just really likable. Let's watch this quickly.
Sorry.
I'm making Stephanie nervous now.
You are.
Now the tables have turned.
We're going to turn them back real quick, though.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions to calibrate the machine. Is your full name David Packard Corenswet?
Yes.
Are you from Philadelphia?
Yes.
Are you about to take a polygraph test?
As far as I know.
Are you... Just yes and no, please. Don't be smart.
Yes.
Thank you. Are you nervous?
No. It's a calibration.
Is he not nervous?
It's just
It doesn't
for...
appear that he is, actually.
Look at you. The internet claims you're 6'4". Have you ever lied about your height to make yourself seem taller than you are?
No, I don't think so.
That is a lie.
What I remember is lying to make myself seem shorter. I did say that I was 3. But I'm suspicious because we're definitely at least the same height.
I know, and I say I'm 6'2", and when I go to the doctor...
6'2"?
Yeah, and when I go to the doctors, they measure me with the proper thing. I'm like 189 and a bit centimeters, which is maybe almost 6'3", but you say you're 6'4".
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think, especially as a gentleman, do you think it's appropriate to round up if you're 6'3.5" or more to 6'4"? Or are you required to round down to never seem like you're trying to overinflate your height?
I would round down.
Just always?
Well, because then it's like if someone turns up and they're like, oh, closer to 6'4". What a nice surprise.
Right. But then also you wear lifts in your shoes, so should have asked you about that.
I don't wear lifts in my shoes. I wear regular shoes.
Large lifts.
If no, would you like to apologize for lying?
Sure.
Yeah. You've recently claimed that every time you watch an Eagles game, they lose. So you didn't watch the Super Bowl this year.
No, I didn't. Yes, it was No, I watched the Super Bowl. Yes. Did that work?
You were telling the truth.
Yeah, I watched the Super Bowl. It was an amazing game to watch. Considering it was such a blowout. Usually I don't like a blowout, but don't put that in.
Keep that in. Run that in the credit bit.
By the way, they didn't play a Superman trailer during the Super Bowl. So kind of funny. Anyways, we'll watch a little bit more of this.
He loves a blowout. Is that a lie? Does he like a blowout?
It appears he does like a blowout.
He loves a blowout. You recently became a dad. Speaking of dads, this man once dressed up as Batman for his son's birthday party. Would you ever dress up as Superman for your daughter's birthday?
No.
The machine was detecting some deception there also.
Yeah. Didn't you just wear your pants on the outside of your trousers that day? Would you dress up as Superman for my son's birthday parties?
Anytime.
That is the truth.
Great. That's going to be very useful for me. Thank you very much. You're on the record being a huge Star Wars fan. Is it true that you can recite entire scenes from memory?
No.
Looks like you're being truthful.
I say that
You're pretty
because
close, though.
At periods in my life, I have been able to, and if I've just rewatched the films, I can.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't think I would be able to. I'm due for a rewatch. It's like your dentist, your 6-month checkup.
How often do you rewatch? Every 6 months?
On New Year's Eve, it's now the tradition, starting the 3 movies, ending with the second Death Star exploding at midnight.
Okay.
There's food involved as well. It's a wonderful tradition that we've just started. And then I figure out every 6 months because I'm already I saw them on the plane and I was like, I'm not going to watch them on a plane. But after the movie comes out, I'll watch them.
Okay, good. So I won't make you recite them right now, but we will in the future. If you had the choice between playing Superman again in the sequels or starring as a Jedi Knight in Star Wars, which one would you choose?
Superman.
Oh,
You don't want to be in current Star Wars.
Jedi Knight in Star Wars.
Truthful.
Oh,
I think that's
oh my God. All right. Well, we'll put the link. We'll put the link to this in the description for this video. But I don't know. What's funny is some of the PR, in fact, all the PR surrounding David Corenswet has been awesome. he's very genuine. I think sort of universally, even people that don't like the movie say he is a good Superman. So this is great.
Can you imagine if James Gunn had not done any promotion for Superman? How much more excited we would have been.
It would have been. It would have been great. It would have been great. Hey, there's a big news story here that we need to get to. Saving a studio. This looks like a job for Superman. I'm going to bring this story up, Alan. I know you have the notes.
Yes.
This story involves the new DC studios and what they went through. This is from I believe the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal, saving a studio. This looks like a job for Superman. The Man of Steel is back in a new $225 million reboot. It's the last best hope for DC Comics to match the success of the Marvel Industrial Complex. Wow, I like it being referred to that way. We have a graphic of Superman holding up the WB logo along with Crypto. Alan, tell us what's in this story.
Sure. Well, Warner Brothers Superman reboot isn't just another superhero movie. It's the studio's all or nothing gambit to rescue the DC brand after years of false starts, internal feuds, and underwhelming films. Led by a new DC Studios head, Peter Safran and James Gunn, the film debuted not just a new Clark, but an entirely reimagined cinematic universe meant to unify DC's sprawling, inconsistent properties. With a $225 million price tag and a goal gross of $500 million globally, Superman is expected to launch a slate of interconnected films and series. Beyond the flagship heroes, Gunn and Safran are exploring lesser-known characters to broaden the tone and style of the DCU. They rebooted Superman, introducing supporting heroes like Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific, the latter of whom could receive his own TV spinoff, along with Cub reporter Jimmy Olsen. Gunn has also teased a genre-bending approach to storytelling. There's a horror-themed Clayface movie in development, and an animated family film titled The Dynamic Duo, centering on different iterations of Robin. The plan is to release 2 live-action films, 1 animated movie each year, supported by original shows premiering on HBO Max. As Safran explains, superhero stories don't all need to be action adventures. We need to mix tone, genres, and audiences to reflect what these characters can truly be. But the road to this relaunch isn't without alternate paths and abandoned possibilities. One of the most notable detours was a script by celebrated author Ta-Nehisi Coates that reimagined Superman as a black hero set against the backdrop of the civil rights era.
So the Black Superman project, is that on ice?
That is, according to this, it's on ice. It's abandoned.
Nice.
The project had been in early development and signaled a bolder, more inclusive direction for the character. However, CEO David Zaslav reportedly deemed it too woke and pivoted instead toward Gunn's more traditional, broadly appealing take. While sources say that the version of Superman will still be revived someday, for now, Warner's entire strategy rests on a vision that's colorful, clean-cut, and rooted in classic Americana ideals. Still, the shadow of the abandoned Black Superman looms, emblematic of the risks and resistance involved in evolving a character who has long symbolized the status quo. Wall Street Journal wants Black Superman.
Well, I think that most of the mainstream media clearly has agendas, right? Most of it. And you see that come out in Variety. They've got that one reporter that baits everybody on the red carpet with divisive political questions.
MAGA hates your movie. What do you think about that?
MAGA hates him. Is this the gayest? What insert movie or TV show? It's so I don't take that too seriously, but I think they're making the right choice. Put that project on ice. There are other Black characters that exist that you could bring into the universe. We just saw one. Mr. Terrific is a standout.
And even talked about a spin-off in this article for him.
Yeah, I mean, universally, I think everyone really liked the Mr. Terrific. He's a fun character, and he already exists.
Yeah, and you guys mentioned he was the only manly man in the movie.
He was. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing I always say. I joke about this all the time, and I'm serious when I say, if you're gonna make Black Superman, why not make Asian Superman? If you're gonna make Black Wonder Woman, why not Asian Wonder Woman? This is dumb.
Well, you could make a Superman and you put on a pair of VR glasses and you pick the race and gender or ethnicity, whatever, of the Superman. We have Latino Superman, Latino transgender Superman. Like, you just pick and then you watch the Superman you want to watch. How about that? That's
exactly.
First of all, a stupid idea. But I've always said that those things, you lean into identity politics and everything becomes stupid.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's the pigmentation of your skin versus the values that character holds deep within.
And the values are the character. Define the character.
Absolutely. And that has nothing to do with your skin color. Has maybe a little bit to do with the culture you're raised in, but it's always about those values and whether those values are something that we can all agree with and hold on to. Generally the positive ones I'm referring to.